big bands back then. They were huge, man. REO Speedwagon in the 80s, and Journey, Genesis, I mean, Rush. I love the 80s. It was a great decade of music, style. I mean, the hairdos, I have to laugh now, but especially the women, it's like, they were hot though. You know, the hair and the makeup and all that. The 80s were cool. You know, it was a fun time. It's not the easiest song to play. It's in the key of A. It's a beautiful song. It's catchy, great ballad, as most of them were back in the 80s. So let's go to an overhead. I will show you guys how to play Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. Okay, here we go. As always, I'm going to break the song down for you guys in parts. It starts on the A chord, and the first part, of course, is the intro. And then that whole part. So part 2 is when he starts singing, and that's when it goes, I can't fight this feeling any longer. Then he comes up to the B minor. What started out as friendship. So it's different than the intro, different chords. Part 3 is the pre-chorus when he goes, even as I wonder, I'm keeping you inside. Then he goes, you're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. He does that little, and then, you know, I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. So that's the pre-chorus, and then right when it gets to, so that's part 3, and then part 4 is the chorus when he goes, and I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And that whole progression. Part 5, really, if you want to call it, I'll show you that little, when Gary Richrath is doing the guitar solo, and then the ending I'll show you. So if you want to call that part 5, you can. Really, there's just the 4 main parts, but I'll take you through it from beginning to end. So here we go. So the first part is the intro. Now the intro, before I show you the right hand, the intro, the bass goes an A, then it goes to an F sharp, then it goes to a D, and then an E. So it's, so just get used to the, I'll show you the right, I'll slow the right hand down, but so it's, so those are the bass notes. So going slow, the right hand does this. That's an A chord, then it goes, that's an E chord, and then, now the music says this. That's just hard to hit. So what I do is I just go, I skip the F sharp, because it's just, my hands can't really stretch that to hit that chord. So basically the right hand is doing, repeats, but this time it just goes, and then the third time goes to the D, so, and you're only doing it that one time, because the second time goes, and then he just does this. He doesn't go up. It just goes. Then the third time he goes to the D on the left hand. And then D over E and then E. So you're hitting the E is the same on both chords, but you're just going a D over E and then an E. And then that's when he starts singing, I can't fight this feeling any longer. One more time, slow. Okay, that's part one. Part two is right when he starts singing, I can't fight this feeling any longer. So it's different than the intro. It's not any tougher or easier. It's just doing something different. So right when he starts singing, it does this. I can't fight this feeling any longer. And then he jumps up to the B minor, F sharp over B flat, and then an E sus4 and an E. What started out as friendship. So let's go through that slower. So I can't fight this feeling any longer is. And then B minor. Okay, then from there he goes, what started out as friendship, I only wish I had the strength to let it show. And then he does that cool broken chord on the E chord. After the E sus4 he goes. A broken chord is really not that hard. You're on the E chord anyway, and that's a full a 4-note E chord. You're doing the full octave on both E's. So all he's doing is, and then right back to telling myself that I can't hold out forever. Now on the second part, he's going down. He's not staying on the A. He's going, I tell myself that I can't hold out forever. Same thing. There is no reason for my fear, and I feel so secure when we're together. So this next part, instead of doing the B minor, A over C sharp, and then the D, like fast, like I only wish I had the strength, he goes, you give my life direction. He stays on them longer. You give my life direction. You make everything so clear. And then that's when he goes. So you're on the E chord. All he's doing is E, E. Those are all E chords. That's an E. That's an E. That's an E. That's an E. And that's also an E. So he's going. And then he goes to the D. And even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. That little. So backing up a little bit, that whole even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight is a D chord, C sharp minor. Keeping you in sight. And then he goes back to the D. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. In the window on a cold. So it's an A chord, an A sus4. So it's a. So it's an A to an E. A sus4. And then I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might is D, E, and F sharp minor. E sus4, D over E. So let me take it right from the end of the verse when he goes, you give my life direction, and I'll go through that whole pre-chorus. That's kind of a lot of chords in the pre-chorus and a lot to remember. So from the end of the verse when he goes, you give my life direction, you make everything so clear. Okay, now we're at the, and even as I wander is that D to C sharp minor. Even as I wander, I'm keeping you inside. You're a candle in the window. And then here's that. And then I'm getting closer closer, D, E, and F sharp minor. And then E sus4, E, D over E. He does like a D sus too. Okay, now we're into the chorus. And the chorus is right after that. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot what I was. So those chords are an A, a B minor, and a D. I can't fight this feeling anymore, B minor. And he does like a D sus too. And ship to the shore. So he does that twice. The D, the A, the B minor, and the D. I've forgotten what I've started fighting for. Now the third time he goes and A, B minor, C sharp minor, D, E sus4, and that whole and I can't find this. And he does it again. Forgotten what I've started fighting for. A, B minor, D sus2. And then that second time around, he goes, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. And then Gary Richrath is doing the guitar solo. That's when it does where he does it up here. He does that another verse, another pre-chorus, another chorus, and then to end the song at the very end, he goes, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. And that's when he goes to it on the A. That is it, guys. That is Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. You guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. I'm going to order some food. And you guys have a great and safe weekend. And I will see you guys on the next one. I think I'll do... I'll surprise you on the next one. Okay, guys. Have a great night. See you on the next one.